Greg, I got a message today.
Yeah?
Yeah, it said, granted, this podcast is coming out a few weeks after the other because we're on a delay,
Right. A little
if
bit. Yeah.
people aren't aware of that. But I got a
Yeah.
message said, oh, so you're finally done with Booster Gold.
Oh my gosh.
And I responded, Booster Gold is done with us.
Booster is done with us. He has concluded his story, his arc in the books.
But it's
we're
not
reading.
true.
It's not true
because
There's
I gave you, because we had Ty Templeton inking in Booster Gold.
Yes.
And I just brought you a book where Ty Templeton gets to do pencils.
Oh my goodness. What a crossover. Epic.
It all comes full circle.
It really does. Into a book that both of us are liking.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I decided, since we had done some what ifs,
Yeah.
we should do some Secret Origins.
It's almost a what if you will.
But I had some nefarious reasons for this.
Oh, you did?
Really, because I just got pissed off at the internet, and that's why we're doing this issue.
Shook your fist at the sky, at a cloud. You had a onion on your belt as its style at the time.
Well, I was reading a post in one of the 4 Legion of Superheroes groups I'm in on Facebook. I know you're shocked. Yes.
Oh, I am super shocked. I couldn't believe it.
5, actually, if you count Fallen
5
Legion substitute podcasters.
That's okay.
Yeah. So, in fact, I think they would love this book. But the issue was a nice Legion fan, longtime Legion fan, Richard Liu, posted a post with it was a nice like YouTube post, and it was kind of titled like the worst superpowers, but then it covered a bunch of the superpowers of like Legionnaires and substitute Legionnaires.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And then some asshole immediately comments on it. I can't believe that people indulge themselves and think that people will listen to people. I'm not going to listen to something that's an hour long. Like, I can't believe people would talk about things and expect people to listen to them. And so since we're here talking about things and people listen to them, I thought, fuck you. We're going to do a whole book about the same thing.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So take that, Legion group, between your homophobia.
Yeah.
That's not all the members, mind you.
Just a few, which is weird to me because it's Legion, but I understand there are
You
jerks.
would think that Legion fans wouldn't be homophobic considering 30th and 31st century.
Yeah.
Lots of queer relationships in the book. But there's some diehards. If it's not the Silver Age Legion.
I was going to say,
I'm just waiting for those guys to die off, honestly.
Honestly, and I'll say this, the people that speak out the most with the loudest voice sometimes have that thing that they don't want to let out.
Well, yeah. Well, the best, my favorite was, why do people post this stuff and bring their like relationships in stuff? And the guy's profile is him with a woman kissing him.
Okay. Yeah.
So who's bringing it? Like, yes.
He's
anyway,
bringing it.
Yeah, it's the end of Pride Month. It's the end of June. We didn't talk about it at all. But you know what?
Just a little
bit. Because I get so mad because in Pride Month, all the homophobes come out.
They do.
We should just call it Homophobia Month.
Why not do a perm rebrand and
Yeah, or Dan now knows who to block month.
Exactly.
Because I block more people in the month of June.
Yeah.
Than any other month of the year. Because that's when all the assholes show up.
They show up and they have to post on something because they don't have anything better to do.
It's so terrible that you're pushing your agenda on me and your Oh, that was my favorite. You're pushing your preference on me. Let me tell you, if it was a preference, I might have chosen a different one.
You know what bothers me about people like that? They're always the golden rule type people, or the people that like, I was brought up this way. Well, if you were brought up that way, you would know. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Well, good news.
Yeah.
I picked the comic right over here, where there's not a lot of nice things to say about anybody.
Oh my goodness. What is that?
How? Well, this is Secret Origins Volume 2, number 37.
Uh-huh.
The origin of the Legion of Substitute Heroes.
Origin story.
Yes, Greg's favorite group, back from reading the Legion of Substitute Heroes special.
Yes. They're so
and
fun.
seeing, and I believe you enjoyed seeing them trying to fight Daxamites in the dark side in the Great Darkness Saga.
Oh, yes.
Didn't go so well for them, but
well, hey, they tried.
They made it. So
that's good. They really try. That's what I like.
Yeah,
I think people that try really hard, they're doing their best.
Well, speaking of trying really hard, this is a book where Ty Templeton tries to be Keith Giffen. And I think he does a fantastic job.
He does.
But then we get a whole story where Ty Templeton gets to just be Ty Templeton. So
yeah. And
it's kind of fun.
Does a fantastic job there too.
Yeah, it just and what I mean is we'll get into the book, but Ty very much uses the Keith Giffen Legion of Substitute Heroes models, right, from the DC Comics Presents issue and the Substitute Heroes special issue.
Yeah.
In his art, and that's what I mean. So I don't think he just copies Keith Giffen art here. Rest in peace, Keith.
Yes.
But it's he uses those character models a lot. Well, it's kind of weird because he uses like the Silver Age one, but then like Fire Lad is clearly like the fiery head one from the issue we read. Well, anyway, we should get into this because I want to point out we're two guys talking. We don't expect you to listen, but if you do listen, you could leave a review up to 5 stars.
You could. You should. And
you let us know what you think.
Yeah. Tell us what you think. Good or bad. Just 5 stars.
Like you could block me. Give us 5 stars. Tell me you're a homophobic asshole and give us 5 stars.
If I would think after this many episodes that if we had homophobic assholes listening, they wouldn't be listening anymore.
Well, they might. I mean, they may, again, to your point, they may have something that they just want to experience. They want to find out.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I maybe I am interested in a.
They may like my super powerful muscles.
They
may have been really interested in the Flex Mentalo issues.
That's true too. I mean, that, people like that. I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on. I can't explain it.
Well, welcome to June. It is the end of Pride Month here when we release this one. And you know what? It actually may even be July when we release this one. I could be messing that up. But you know what? I think it's the end of Pride Month. But you know what? Tacoma Washington Pride is in July. So we're going to call both months Pride months because I want to.
Let's do it. Let's have 2 months of Pride. Or in fact, you could have Pride all year long.
If you can celebrate your asshole birthday during Pride Month, then not yours.
I'm not.
I'm referring to somebody else. He's orange. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Then I can celebrate Pride during July. So there.
There you go.
Anyway, we get because I saw a post saying these were stupid superpowers, which no superpowers are stupid.
No, they're
only
awesome.
Characters are stupid.
They do silly things.
The Twister was stupid.
I thought he was cool. I liked his outfit.
He didn't even have any superpowers.
Really not.
So that's okay. It's fine. And he never really appears again either. Maybe we should pitch a comic to DC Comics where we group together all of the Booster Gold's Rogues Gallery that never shows up in another issue.
Yes. And
that'd be one hell of a comic.
It'd be like I could imagine it where Booster's going through his diary of successes, and it starts out very much like, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden they all appear, and he's like, crap. It's like when you say something you don't want to happen and it happens, and you don't knock on wood or throw the salt over your shoulder, boom, there it is.
And like Fern has grown up and become a villain because Booster abandoned Metropolis and he had his idol was gone.
Oh my God. That actually would be a very interesting arc. I would love to have a hand in that. That would be
a crossover with Fern Gully.
Oh, where Fern is trying to make sure the Metropolis is clean and good and going through all the eco-terrorism type things in which would stop bad things and pollution and stuff.
And the gas monster, I mean, Chemo comes and
Oh, yeah.
because DC basically has their own gas monster, right?
See? Yeah.
Well, anyway, we were supposed to be talking about Secret Origins number 37. You have me on a tight leash today,
I'm
so
sorry. I know.
we should
I'm jack-packed
it
full of meetings.
it's well, this is cool. We one have the it looks like the substitute heroes have been put in light bulbs,
I know, it does look like it.
and Dr. Light, now I just want to say,
Yeah.
this was long before Dr. Light was a rapist.
Oh. Dr.
So that
Light,
doesn't
how
come until
far they fallen.
later.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if they've wrote that out of continuity or not either. So
Oh. Well, maybe they should.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Not or
it's
not.
weird because the
Just
book was
lock them
good,
away.
but I don't know. Some people don't like the book.
Well, you just turn off the lights on
Did
Dr.
you like
Light.
Identity Crisis?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got like the saddest last scene of almost any comic,
Yeah.
and this mystery was good,
I just
but it did some things for Doctor Light
it
that
did
weren't
some
so
things
great.
for Dr. Light. I mean, you know my stance on writing stuff like that. It's not my cup of
It's not
tea.
your thing.
Not my
Yeah, it's
thing. I don't like I don't like it portrayed in movies and other stuff like that. So when I
and if you don't know what we're referring to, Dr. Light committed a rape against a wife of a Justice League member, and then they messed with his mind,
Mhm.
and then he went crazy, and that explained supposedly why he was a super powerful villain at first and then wasn't later. But this book has a
This
whole
book
different explanation for why, because
different.
this book came out years and years before that happened. This book came out in 1988 with a cover date of February 1989, which would have meant it came out in November of 1988. And so very different. We've got some Ty Templeton art. And then we've got Ty Templeton writing and penciling the first story. Secret Origins usually did two stories. In this case, they did one with heroes and one with the villain. Sometimes early on, in the early issues, they were doing a Silver Age character or a modern character, sorry, and a Golden Age character. So they were trying to. It was like right around the end of Crisis, right? So they were
Yeah.
trying to explain these new heroes that were appearing, right?
Yeah.
Like redo the Golden Age heroes' origins, get them in line with the regular universe. So
I feel like we went from doing what ifs to what is.
yeah, we did do what ifs to what is, though they had to explain where all these characters and how they fit in. Well, anyway, we start.
With a newspaper print.
Well, actually, we start with an advertisement for
Oh.
Pac-Man.
Okay. Well, which I love. Yes. Thumbs up.
On Tengen game for Nintendo.
I love
Tengen?
Pac-Man. I will
Tengen.
tell you, one, those cartridges
Tengen?
are weird, but I know listener Jason loves them. So I will probably purge my collection and give them to him.
The she.
But also
But
I will say this too, Pac-Man on a console is just personal.
It's weird to me to see Pac-Man advertised in 1988
Yeah. Well, it was like the most popular arcade game. So I mean, they just kept
in like 1983.
they keep making Pac-Man games, Dan.
Well, that's fair. But
They-
this looks like the original Pac-Man, except it's
Yeah,
on Nintendo.
the port for it, I will say, I mean, like it's better than Atari, which was wonky as hell. Just just rough. And
No, it
then-
doesn't look like it. It's the maze is all weird.
Yeah, and then they get better in production, but weirder in the mazes. They make them.
I like
more
how they
difficult.
all have hats. Why do
Yeah.
they have hats?
Yeah,
They have hats.
in the newer games, Pac-Man is obviously Pac-Man's a ball and he rolls around and does stuff. But as I played a lot of Pac-Man games, as if for those watching, I'm going to turn this over here and you can see have a
Just
Pac-Man.
some Pac-Man things.
I have a Pac-Man collection at my house, so and a couple arcades of Pac-Man at the house. So
Well, we've got a story about the secret origin of Legion of Substitute Heroes on the next
yes,
page, and I'm going to read you the people who did this. So we have Ty Templeton writing, Ty Templeton penciling, Anthony Van Bruggen inking, Carl Gafford coloring, Ty Templeton lettering as well. Wow,
wow,
Ty, you were
triple
a busy
dip.
man. And Mark Wade editing this
Ah,
one.
yeah, no, that's cool.
Never heard of this guy.
Never heard of him.
Well, if you are doing a Legion of Superheroes story
Yeah,
from the mythos and you're pulling back from the Adventure Comics days, would you not want the editor to be the
yes,
guy that wrote the definitive index or
yes,
the unofficial index or whatever of Legion of Superheroes?
you would.
Probably would want that.
Who's
So,
your go-to?
well, we get a lot of text in this book, so we're not going to cover all of it. But
Whew.
in
Yes,
this case, the text was necessary.
it was necessary. It really told you the beginning.
Well, this summarizing the text tells us this took place long before the Legion of Superheroes are now. Basically, we get these characters. We want to know why they were existed, and they didn't make a lot of appearances, but we'll talk about that at the end. But this story was actually adapted from some adventure comic stories written by
Nice.
Edward Hamilton and drawn by John Fort. I always forget if it's Fort or Forte because it's Forte. I always forget.
Forte.
But yeah, so but we do get some creative license here because we're going to start out on Mardu
Oh,
from the Encyclopedia Galactica, Jerkwater, give it a miss, completely and complete entry from Mardu in the Mardu, Jerkwater, give it a miss, and then it says that's the complete entry from Mardu in the Encyclopedia Galactica.
nice.
So basically, Kent.
Oh, you come to Kent for the Retro Emporium. You don't have to stay for the rest of it. I mean, there are a lot of good spots here, but I mean,
Oh,
I
sorry.
understand.
I meant Sumner.
I mean, it's getting better.
Sporting.
Yes.
Okay.
I-
So
Kent.
I got to quit making fun of all the towns I hung out in as a kid. So
What did you do
Anyway.
in Sumner?
that's where we got gas at the
That's-
Cardlock station.
Yeah, that's true. And
Aversano's.
yeah, well, and if you
You
wanted
can't
to
eat
go,
there anymore, but
you could hang out under the train trestle.
it's true.
That was always fun. Not really.
Yeah, you had the cannery there.
Yeah, the cannery.
furniture
Oh.
store. Well,
There we go. We named
Anyway.
off all the things that you could do in Sumner.
but Sumner's a booming place now with the train station. It's been revitalized.
It's become a bedroom community of Seattle.
Yep, because there's a train that goes there and you can get on it and go straight into Seattle now.
Yep.
So, but we find out about Rao Benham.
Whoa, Raul Benham.
And who is Rao Benham, you ask?
Yes, I do ask. Who is he, Dan?
Well, his mom is really mad at him.
His mom is
because she is mad about his grades.
bad.
She is just taking poor Rao down. She calls Mrs. Maslow
Oh no.
and is like, "Can you send your son over to teach my son how to be a mature, responsible man?" And poor guy.
Poor
He's
dude.
not. He's poor Rao. He's not having any of that. So Rao decides to go for a walk.
Yeah, that's what you do. You gotta blow off some steam, get your breath a little bit, go for a walk.
And he notes that he's failing a bunch of classes and now he's failing phys ed.
Oh no. Is that why he's pear-shaped? Not that that's an
Yeah,
issue.
he's pear shaped. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
we don't
We're
want
not
to body
body
shame
we're not-
anybody, but
yeah, we're
he's
not body
definitely
shaming.
pear shaped.
He's a pear-shaped young man. I was a pear-shaped young man. I'm still a pear-shaped guy. So I mean, he's gonna grow into it, and hopefully people.
Yeah,
will
and
like
I
it.
look more like Ral did in the 5 Years Later Legion, which maybe
See.
I'll show you a picture of that later.
Yeah.
So actually, I don't quite look. He was pretty shredded then.
jacked. He's been eating
He got
hot
on
dogs.
something.
He
Well,
got-
anyway,
he
yeah.
got on that creatine.
Well, Ral's wandering out in the. This is how we get the origin of Ral's powers here. He's wandering out through the countryside and he sees a big fence
Yeah.
and he sees all of what he thinks are these hot tubs in there. And he's like, "My luck's changing. I can rest here. This must be some millionaire's land ranch." And it says on the things, "Don't come in. Turn around. You're way too close. Dangerous chemicals, go away." And Ral decides to take off his clothes, hop the fence, and jump into one of the wonderful hot tubs that say,
So,
"Danger, no, no, danger, no."
so he lives in the port of Tacoma.
Mm. Now we're picking on Tacoma. See, you're
Oh,
punching back. I see how it is. You
I
punch
said
again.
port. I said port of
You punch
Tacoma.
back.
I didn't say all of Tacoma. I just said port.
Well, the
There's
Ral
homes down there.
passes out in the vat of chemicals, and some people come by and they wake him up and pull him out. And he's in his underwear.
Oh, so he is in the port of Tacoma.
Yeah, yes, he's wearing tidy whities too. And maybe I should post this for Pride in the Legion of Superheroes groups.
I don't know. He's a young man at this point.
I think he's old enough.
Okay.
He
That's
is wearing underwear.
yeah,
Well, he also has leaves for hair now.
he does. Head of
He
leaves.
he's very confused. I'm wondering.
Yes.
Well, I'll ask that in a minute because we don't
Okay.
know what his powers are yet. But young Rao, he just notes. They ask him why he's in the vat, and he's like, he was cold, or he's in his underwear. He was cold. It was cold. He's very confused. He says his clothes are on a little, like, a bush, and he points his hand at it, and it grows into a giant tree.
Oh my.
And then we get an advertisement for one of the worst Nintendo games of all time.
Oh.
John Elway's quarterback.
Definitely no Madden.
Well, it was definitely no Tecmo Ball.
Yeah, Tecmo Bowl. That you could still play it. Put your stuff in there. Get a new roster. It's good
Or
stuff.
you could play as John Elway on Tecmo Ball.
You could,
And
yeah.
you just run up the middle every time with John Elway.
Oh.
Anyway.
You know what's dumb is when you play Tecmo Bowl and you play as Seattle, your chances of winning very low.
Are very small. Yes.
Yeah,
Because
makes me so sad.
they were not good that year.
No, they were not.
But yeah, if you play with the Raiders, you just run Bo Jackson every play, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not fair either.
It's not, but it's effective.
Elway also not fair because he could run and pass. And then also Giants not fair because Lawrence Taylor,
Yeah.
you could block every kick with Lawrence Taylor. Every single kick.
Ooh.
So you could just win 21-18 because they couldn't make a kick, right?
Yeah.
So it's not fair. Anyway, enough Tecmo Ball talk here.
Yeah.
John Elway, quarterback ever. However, based on the images and the layouts of this game, should have been a better game.
Should have
Was
been a
not.
better game. And I think I sell it for $2.99 at the shop.
Also, I would just like to note that I don't understand why Danny Chase is playing John Elway in football.
The kid does look like Danny Chase.
He looks very much like Danny Chase.
Oh, it's a DC book. Of course, he would put him in there.
Well,
to not because he's DC, but just because.
because it's Danny Chase.
Yeah.
Well, Ral goes to Metropolis, and he has a new outfit. It's green.
Yeah.
He has a hood, and he has a tree
Yeah.
on his outfit.
Nice.
Yeah, and by the way, I can I just say this Ty Templeton art is fantastic.
It really is.
When we go, I love the cartoonish style here,
Mhm.
and I love the backgrounds, and I love the complexity. Like
Yeah.
he's drawing all of these different characters and things into the book.
It's very
Well,
detailed.
Ral shows up to a Legion tryout. Kind of like the Legion tryout in the story we don't get to mention ever again.
Right.
and all the Legion tryouts in the Silver Age when they would try out superheroes. And there's a big sign and a desk that says, "Please take a number." And it's on 41. And he's like, "Oh man, I'll never get to 41." And he meets Estimate Boy.
Oh yeah.
And Estimate Boy announces that he is Estimate Boy. And he says, "I estimate things, crowd shoe sizes, you know. You weigh 71 kilos, no?" He's like, "What? I don't." Is that like 240 pounds?
I think so. I'm not. I don't know Canadian math.
Canadian math? I believe it's the rest of the world's math, Greg. Unless you weigh
It's
stone.
it's
How many
true.
stone?
How many
How many
stone do you weigh?
stone is
Every time I hear that term, I'm
71?
like, what century are we in? Weigh some stone.
Yeah.
No, but kilo. We are so behind on everybody else. If we just use the metric system, all the cars have metric stuff, so why not just use that?
I do measure my food in grams.
Right?
Let's
That's
not talk about, well, people might find it weird that I'm measuring my food right now. Anyway, it's,
you care about your body, Dan.
I do.
I should measure
most
my
of the
food by
time.
grams too.
Not all of the time.
Guy who had a French toast made out of a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
That's exciting. I
It's
did quite the
delicious.
opposite. I took a potato,
Yeah.
put it in the microwave, and then put it in the waffle iron to see if I could make it crispy.
Did it
That's
work?
how bad I wanted something crispy.
Did
It
it-
worked last night. It did not work this morning.
That's the magic of nighttime that
Apparently.
like Night Girl has. Oh, sorry. Spoiler, Night Girl.
Hey. All right. Well, anyway, we get a picture of a guy that we've met him before on the podcast, but not in this book.
On this book.
And he's wearing a gray suit with, looks like, lots of snowy trim. And he's like, "Rejected, rejected, rejected, rejected." He's pushing back everybody. And he knocks over Ral, and he almost knocks over Estimate Boy. He's like, "My name's Polar Boy, and it doesn't matter now. Back to being plain old Breck Bannon, generally useless bum. You can plaster me one if you want to."
Or Breck.
And then Estimate Boy says, "You should, kiddo. He was going about 21 kilometers an hour when he hit you." And Ral just asked Estimate Boy, "Please go away."
Just go away, please.
And Polar Boy is really upset that Sun Boy gave him a flying belt as a consolation prize. It seems like a pretty cool consolation prize. I think I would want a flying belt.
I would just go to get rejected to get a flying belt.
Now, I don't think Polar Boy's powers are fairly useless. And it's funny because he's a substitute hero. Well, not yet, but he will be shortly. Yeah. And, nobody puts him on the worst powers list.
Ah.
And by the way, there are no bad powers. There are only bad uses of powers.
Oh, yes.
Well, maybe there are bad powers. So we meet Stone Boy.
Uh-huh.
Everyone on his planet can turn to stone at will. So he came here to try out, doesn't think he has a prayer. The problem with Stone Boy is when he turns to stone.
Yeah.
He can't move.
Oh, man.
And remember, he got dropped in Kalu. Remember, he got dropped into Polster Stargrave and he split in half. Yeah. It's good. See? Useful power. You just have to know who to team him up with.
Right?
It's simple.
He turns into stone and lands on a bad guy. That's good.
Yeah, some heroes aren't meant to fly it alone.
Yeah.
I mean, well, then we hear somebody in the background says, "That's nothing." He's hearing about Stone Boy. "I got rejected by Bouncing Boy." Oh. Another superpower that often makes it into the worst superpower lists. And the ability to form a ball and into a ball that's near indestructible and bounce into things. And, he's learned to use his trajectory and like his pool skills and math. And, that doesn't seem like a stupid superpower either.
No, it's just people that don't.
That seems like a really powerful superpower.
People that don't like it just don't understand mathematics.
Well, I think people that don't like it just like to make fun of things or put out lists that always say top 10 worst superpowers so they can get clicks.
Oh, worst. We should do a list that says top 10 coolest powers, and then
Right. And
put Bouncing Boy on there.
well, maybe Bouncing Boy doesn't, but maybe Ral Benham's superpowers go on there because we learn.
Yeah.
Ral pulls out a chart and
Mhm.
he explains to the superheroes that his name is Chlorophyll Kid.
I love the fact that he pulls out a chart and it's like a business meeting. Like, let's
Yes.
look at these freaking, like, look at this Pareto chart and how good I can do stuff.
Well, he had to explain that he sat in that vat of chemicals. So you see in the chart. He says that
Right.
like, oh, it's the chemicals. That's how I got this. And he's like, the world of plants are mine to command. And the Saturn girl is like, oh, yeah, you can make vines grab people and flowers turn into weapons, that sort of thing. Basically, he wants him to be Poison Ivy,
Yes, Poison Ivy.
but he is not. Now, basically, he can just make plants grow really fast or slow.
That's a good power though. If you don't want
Hence
a
the
flower
name
to die.
Chlorophyll Kid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, just think how useful he would be in like multiple settings. He could be the new manager of the Spheres in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could help all the plants grow in there.
That'd be cool.
Well, he's really excited. He makes all the plants grow. And Chameleon Boy says, or slower. Very good. What size flying belt do you wear?
It's just like that. Rejected.
Yeah, they reject it very quick. And we go to a new scene. Maybe at the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it. There was an ice cream shop in the very first Legion of Superhero story that they took Superboy to.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the Martian ice cream shop.
Martian
I should
ice
remember
cream.
this. In
Martian
Adventure
30
Comics
more flavors.
247. I think they also take Supergirl there when they bring her in. Anyway, we have
It's a happy
some
place.
sad heroes.
Yeah.
Potential heroes.
Potential. Maybe.
Yeah. And we've got one woman who we've met before, who you've already mentioned, with a giant beehive.
Mhm.
We've got sad Chlorophyll Kid.
Very sad. He looks like a
Got
dinosaur in his
sad-
outfit.
We have sad Polar Boy. He does look like a sad. He looks like Piff the Magic Dinosaur or
He
whatever.
does.
Yeah. Piff the
Ah.
Magic Dragon. Yeah.
Piff the
He
Magic.
does. We've got sad Polar Boy. Stone Boy is there, and then Polar Boy introduces Fire Lad.
Fire Lad. That's a cool name.
Yeah, he developed the ability to shoot flames from his mouth after inhaling fumes from a mysterious meteor.
Oh.
And right now, he's not opening his mouth because of the oxygen-rich atmosphere of Earth.
I see.
Seems like a not great idea. I can imagine why he might have been turned down.
Yeah. Too hot
Even though
to
people
handle.
don't say. Well, we have an advertisement.
Yeah.
Nintendo advertising is dominating here, but this one is for Nintendo peripherals.
Oh, okay.
This is for Wizmaster.
For the bathroom?
No. Looks like joysticks,
Okay.
infrared joysticks.
Oh, yeah.
You should have a bunch of these in your store. I can't believe.
No, because you need a dongle, and most of the dongles
Quick
are missing.
shot. Over 15 million sold worldwide, it says.
Wow. Okay.
And then we get an advertisement for a hero no one's heard of ever in the history of all of heroes, the Phantom.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
And they tried to relaunch the Phantom here.
In the city. Phantom in the city.
Written by somebody I've never heard of and illustrated by somebody I've never heard of.
Because they did the Phantom book.
It wasn't a joke, but I mean, it works. Apparently, King Feature Syndicate still own the Phantom at this point. So it looks like they're licensing the character to DC. The Phantom gets around.
The Phantom gets around. Well, you know. It's a Phantom.
He has a horse.
He's got a horse. And with that,
Well,
yeah,
we find out about Night Girl here. She says, "My daddy is a scientist on my home planet of Cthulhu." You have to say it like that. Yeah. He gave me super strength by exposing me to Vita rays.
Vita rays. I need some
Is that
Vita
like
rays.
say your prayers and eat your vitamins
Eat your Vita rays.
type Vita rays? When she was younger, I was sort of a famous heroine on Cthulhu, but mostly I lifted up big rocks.
Ah,
And
okay.
then one day I see Cosmic Boy on the Holo News saving the galaxy and looking so cute while he did it.
Well,
And she decided to come to Earth. But when she got here, she realized that her world was dark all the time, and she only has her powers in the dark. So she's Night Girl. She has super strength when it's dark outside.
okay. Don't send her to. Oh wait, no. Send her to Alaska. She can protect it during the dark months.
Yeah, well, yes. Also, she could team up with. We've mentioned this before. She could team up with Shadowlass.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
It'd be brilliant.
yeah.
'Cause
Solid.
presumably, she probably can see in the dark too, since her planet's dark all the time.
Yeah. Good night vision.
Yeah, I mean that could be. Well, we've got a sad
Roll for
heroes.
check.
Polar Boy's got an idea.
Yeah.
He's like, we have all these sob stories, but what if? But what if?
What
He said,
if?
we still have some amazing abilities? And
Uh-huh.
and Stoneboy says, except for me.
Uh,
And he says, no, including you, Stoneboy.
yeah.
All of us can still do good. Don't you love Polar Boy? He's cheering everybody up.
He's
Like,
he's
we
talking
should
them
all
up.
get together. We should make a super team.
That is a good idea.
What do you think?
I think so. I think they could do it.
Well, they suggest some team names: the Justice Preservers,
Like a life
the
jacket.
Lawful League,
Yeah.
the Protectors.
The protectors.
How about Almost Certainly Doomed to Die Incorporated?
Oh, that would actually be a cool book.
Yeah, it'd be like Suicide Squad combined with Infinity Inc.
Yeah.
The Bold Brigade,
Cool. Bold.
Hopeless Goobers Fooling Themselves.
Accurate.
Polar Boy's like, give us a chance. And then Fire Lad says, while breathing out some fire, the Legion of Superheroes Farm Team.
Not bad either.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was no Legion of Superheroes Academy at this time. Otherwise, these folks might have gone there to learn how to use their superpowers more effectively.
That would have grown them exponentially.
But it looks like Night Girl suggests, how about the Legion of Substitute Heroes?
Oh.
And Chlorophyll Kid is like, yeah, that works for me. I'm like, it does? Yeah, it does. All right, cool.
Simp.
And so
No, I'm just
they do some
joking.
superheroing,
Yeah.
and they get to the place where the problem has happened, and they get there, and Night Girl breaks down the wall of some business, and then they find out that the Legion of Superheroes was there 20 minutes before them and already took care of it.
Oh no. They're Booster Golding.
Yeah, and then they go to the interplanetary zoo because there's always escaped interplanetary zoo animals.
Always.
And they go and they find out things have been taken care of. And Fire Lad tries to help this kid get their cat out of a tree, their Octocat out of a tree.
An Octocat.
And we find out that Brainiac 5 already got their cat out of that atomic tree twice today.
Oh no.
Because he lives next door.
Oh, well.
So sad times.
Very.
They're all back at their headquarters that is now in an abandoned cave.
Well, that's where you
I
go.
think I think this headquarters looks awesome.
It does
actually.
look pretty cool. It's got everything you need.
Yeah, they actually do talk to each other on this team. Night Girl and Chlorophyll Kid are playing cards.
Mhm.
But Night Girl's like, yeah, I'm going to quit. And Chlorophyll Kid is sad, and everybody's sad. And Polar Boy's like, okay, let's give it one more try.
Yeah. One more.
So they go out. There's giant robots attacking Metropolis. They go out to do something. Legion of Superheroes is there. and like one of the robots attacks. Chlorophyll Kid almost gets kazammed,
Oh
not
no.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu? Kazammed.
And
Cthulhu.
actually, it's whomped. Yeah, and Ultra Boy pulls him out of the way, and he yells at him. He's big eyes. He's like, "You guys are gonna get me killed. Go away. Go back under a rock." And then, Night Girl's like, "That's it. I quit." Chlorophyll's kids like they didn't mean it. They're like, "Stop it." Yes, they did. Oh no, she's all discouraged. But
You should have
then,
been.
but then they have this big, long, sad conversation about it, and they're like, "Come back." And then these acorn things start falling on them.
Oh no. From the sky?
Yeah. And Chlorophyll Kid gets scared, so he aims his hand at one of the acorns, and
Oh.
it turns into an acorn man,
Oh no.
like a tree man.
Like a tree man. Ooh. Is that like like, you have in your in all the things that are out there, you got the Mothman and the Hat Man and the Tree Man. Watch out for the Tree Man. He comes
think
from an
so.
acorn and he's very courty.
Yeah,
Tree Man just
it's
tells
not-
jokes.
This is long before Groot, everyone, if you're wondering. So
What would happen if Chlorophyll Kid and Groot met? Do you think?
what would happen if Fire Lad and
Yeah.
Groot met?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, he's already dealing with Fire Kid?
Fire Lad.
Fire Lad, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Fire Lad aims himself at the giant tree thing, is startled, and the tree guy gets burned. I hope those aren't sentient creatures, because that would not be so good.
It was going to attack them.
Fire Lad does note it's a good thing he had burritos for lunch. This
Oh,
creature
that's
doesn't stand a chance.
He used that hot sauce.
It's a little gassy, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Stone Boy walks in and is like, "I noticed nobody called for my help when you were calling for everybody's help." Stone Boy's just a ray of sunshine, isn't he?
He is. He's.
Well,
like his hair.
Polar Boy jumps up on Stone Boy and is like, "Now that's not fair. I would have gotten that if you'd let me have a full minute," because they're having a whole discussion about where these things are coming from.
Uh-huh.
Stone Boy's pondering. Polar Boy is like so excited. He's like figured this out.
Oh.
And they figure out that the ships with the robots are dropping these acorns down outside of Metropolis.
Oh,
so
my.
the acorns can grow up into tree men, and then the tree men can invade Metropolis, you see.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, I got something today.
Yeah?
in
You
the
got an
mail.
acorn?
I
Or a
just
tree
knocked
man?
down my poster back here.
He's knocking stuff down in the background,
No,
causing
I got
havoc.
I got this whole Tomorrow's back issue
Yeah?
on aliens
Oh.
invasions.
Oh.
See Starro on there?
Yeah. Is this in there?
Do you think the tree men made it in here?
I don't know. That's why I
Yeah.
asked.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see it in here, unfortunately. No tree man.
They didn't make the cut.
No.
Just like the League of Substitute Heroes.
I think we should ask Roy Thomas about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also, though, got something else.
What else did you get?
Since we saw Roy Thomas, but we are going to see Roy Thomas, but we saw Roy Thomas,
Yes.
but we're going to see Roy Thomas.
Yes.
Wibbly wobbly.
Yeah. Time rewind
Because
me.
we already have seen Roy Thomas by the time you hear this, but we haven't seen Roy Thomas when we recorded this.
When we recorded it. But we will see him when you hear this.
I got the 200th issue of Alter Ego where Roy Thomas talks about his 5 favorite comics to write.
Oh, that's cool. And is this in
My
there?
thought was the 5 are, his top
No,
5
this isn't
are.
in there.
This is not in there. He didn't write this.
I know he didn't write this.
He did write a couple issues of Legion, though, but that
Yes.
is not it. Do you want to guess what his top 5 are?
I can't even fathom. Tell me.
You come on. You need to guess at least 2 comics that Roy Thomas enjoyed writing.
I couldn't tell you.
Not one.
Not one.
You don't know a single comic that Roy Thomas wrote.
I do, but my brain won't recall them. It's chock full of other crap.
I don't understand this right now.
It's like when you have a hard drive and it needs to be defragged. My brain is like that.
Yeah, constantly.
It
Number five.
is. Yes.
Here's top five. Number five, Fantastic Four.
I was gonna say that.
Number four, The Invaders.
Oh, I was gonna say that one too.
Well, this is the one you should have gotten.
Yeah.
Actually, there are two that you should have gotten for
Okay.
sure. Number three, The Avengers.
I knew that too.
Hmm. Number two, Conan the Barbarian.
Of course.
Number one, Atari Force. No, it's not Atari Force.
Oh man, I was almost.
It
you
could
almost
be
had-
though.
Could be.
All Star Squadron.
Oh, okay.
His favorite book was a DC book.
Interesting.
And guess what? You can
What?
find those All Star Squadron books all over the quarter bin, dollar bin, 50-cent bin. So I'll tell you what,
Yeah. You gonna
I'll
buy me
give you
some?
one of my All Star Squadron comics and you can have him sign one of mine.
All right, let's do it.
And you can even keep it because I have like 3 copies of several of the All Star Squadron
Okay.
books.
Will you please sign your favorite books, sir?
And I need to get rid of some of them. Well, maybe I should have him sign.
I'll give you a quarter for it.
Maybe I should have him sign this.
Oh, damn. You should.
Do you think when I show you this right here that George Perez modeled Danny Chase off of Roy Thomas?
Yes. 100%.
It is 100% clear
What?
that Danny Chase is modeled off of. Now, was Danny Chase's first appearance with George Perez, or was it a different artist? I think it was a different artist.
Let's find out. But
I think it was a different artist.
100% am thinking you're correct.
Yeah, it's very. I believe it was a different artist. Didn't they have the George Perez clones in there by that point when we in that annual where he appears?
Yeah, perhaps.
Well, anyway, back to our story because we have a lot of story left and we've got 2 minutes apparently. So
come on, Dan, let's go.
we have a whole nother story here.
We'll get there.
It's going to be interesting. Well,
It's gonna speed through it. It'll be light speed.
we find apparently. Well, anyway, the substitute heroes get in a rocket ship. And they are very scared to go in the rocket ship. But Polar Boy encourages them because they're going to find the planet that's trying to invade Metropolis and trying to invade Earth with the folks, with all the tree people. And so they fly up into the ship. It's fantastic. They get to the
Fantastic
planet.
Four.
Except
+1.
Except Fire Lad has warned them
Oh.
that he should definitely not go to the planet because he will be sick and he will explode fire all over everything.
Oh no.
Well, they get there and they get out and they're trying to get through a wall to get to these acorns, get in there, find them. And Fire Lad belches and Polar Boy turns him into the wall. He blows a hole in the wall and they find all the acorns. And then this is the time for Chlorophyll Kid to shine.
He's gonna shine, everyone. His power is gonna be unleashed.
He has his own Danny Chase moment on page 18.
Oh, it's so good.
He uses his powers. Didn't Reed Richards replace Danny Chase as the poop face though? Last episode.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a new contender.
A new contender.
Rao Brenham. He is poop facing it away using those powers.
That face is so, it's like, I mean, we've all seen that face. Your dad, you're a kid. Your dad hollers at you, screams your name. Bring me the toilet paper.
Yeah.
I am out. And you bring it in and he's still mid. And he's like,
Yes.
that is our man on the page.
Well, good news.
Yes.
All of the acorns start exploding. There are tree people everywhere on this planet.
Oh my goodness.
It's like a popcorn show. They grab Fire Lad, who's passed out. They head out. They head back to their headquarters, and they're celebrating. They're like, Night Girl, do you still feel like quitting? Polar Boy says. And Night Girl's like, well, I admit, it feels nice to help save the world. And then the news in the background says, turning to other news. And there's an interview with an injured Sunboy while they're all talking about being heroes. And Sunboy says, Nick Field here with Sunboy, the Legion of Superheroes. We understand that you've just returned from a troublesome mission. That's right, Nick. We had traced those robot ships that had been attacking Earth back to a planet in the Zatonian star cluster. The planet was just covered with these half-dead creatures. They look like tree men, I guess. Thank the stars, there were creatures there, had no weapons or any kind of organization. They almost overwhelmed us by sheer weight and numbers. And he's like, got a broken arm. It was brutal, horrible. This sure was the worst fight of our lives. If it wasn't for Superboy and Minel, I'm not sure we would have made it. And he's like, if only there hadn't been so many of them.
Oh,
Chlorophyll kid says,
Chlorophyll kid.
Chloroform kid would be a very different kid. He would hang out with Bill Cosby.
Wow.
Chlorophyll kid, however, says, it's nice to know that I finally did something right.
He did something right, everybody. Wait, were they trying to hurt the Legion? Maybe that's what.
No, they thought they saved the planet. They just didn't know the Legion was there, so they popped all the acorns so they couldn't be sent. But apparently, the Legion was investigating and had not done that yet, so they got like shellacked by all the giant tree men.
But that's why this "what is a what if." What if the Legion of Superheroes really wanted to get back at the Legion for not allowing them entrance? So they went to this planet, created this big disturbance, and now the Legion has to fight them all.
Yeah, I mean, they don't appear to have real high marks, so
No,
I'm not sure.
No, it is no vindictiveness there. He was just trying to be a hero.
Well, I thought the story was fun, and you know what? I don't think they have the worst superpowers. In fact, I think they have the best superpowers because they saved the entire world.
They did. It was a fun read. It was really great art, fun story all around.
These Secret Origins, like the What Ifs, I think one of the challenge with Secret Origins is, well, obviously it's explaining things, so you don't have all the tiebacks like you do in What If. But you know, with a changing cast every month, it's hard to keep momentum in a book. And that's one of the challenges. But generally, when I go back and read these stories, I really like them.
Yeah.
The next story talks about Dr. Light, whose history...
And that's all.
Yeah, well, like I said, we mentioned the dangerous history of Dr. Light here and what it was turned into by Brad Metzler, right? It's Metzler, not Meltzer, right? Metzler? I believe it's Metzler.
So...
we just want to give full credit to the author who did this because, you know, we want to make sure that we do not endorse that.
Yeah.
So but however, if I told you I had people read the series too, that's a different thing. So I don't know. There's differing opinions on it, and I just want to be conscious of that. But we do want to realize we are taking on a character in this story that has a checkered history in the future
and a past for us now.
A future for this book, right?
Yeah, future for this book.
We weren't making a bang up haha story about a character that was raping women here.
No, this is a very different story. Yeah.
So I just want to say that before we continue on, because I don't want to. I want people to know we're conscious of that, but I want people to know that this story happened before that history happened, and so very different world here. This was Dr. Light, the comedic villain who always lost.
Yes,
and tried to put people in light bulbs and stuff like that.
One does.
Like one does. And so Dr. Light comes in. He looks like he has a bad night. He did a lot of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking to make sure he's in there. The lights get turned out, and all of a sudden, another Dr. Light looking guy shows up, but he's a ghost.
He's a ghost.
And this story
is a Christmas one because it's got a ghost who comes in the middle of the night.
Is Jacob.
Yes.
We have this one's written by Craig Boldman with penciler Ty Templeton, Mike Parabeck on inks, Ken Branch on colors, and Tim Harkins on letters. and Dr. Light created by Gardner Fox, it says.
Uh,
So Dr. Light's first appearance was in the Justice League. That will be referenced here. But we find out that a lot here.
Dr. Light
And
hates the
so,
dark.
yeah, he does hate the dark, but he's also scared of this Jacob fellow. We find out this Jacob fellow and Dr. Arthur Light used to work together at Light Technologies, except it's labeled Blight on Technology.
Oh, okay.
And these guys are working together, and we find out Jacob is really excited about all these new superheroes,
Mhm.
but Arthur not so. He's nonplussed.
He's like, whatever.
And they sort of have a little philosophical debate, and Jacob's like, "Man, these superheroes are awesome," and like basically Arthur plays that they're all menaces, and they're still arguing about it, and now in Ghost and Doctor Light form.
Right.
So then we find out why. Dr. Light goes and meets this guy with no face.
Oh,
He never has a face in the entire issue, by the way.
never has a face.
And he gets some money. He gives him some secrets. He gives some money, but he only gets half the money. And the guy's like, "You're an idiot. I'm the mob. I can do whatever I want. You're morally bankrupt. I can now ruin your whole career. You just have to keep getting me more things, and I'm going to pay you whatever I want." It's a sad day for one Arthur Light.
It is.
And so he goes back. He has all these security clearances. He finds these robot guys. By the way, these guys all work at Star Labs. I'm sure that's a retro thing because I don't think Star Labs existed when Dr. Light first appeared.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think it did. So a little retro booting. Nothing like a little boot in the retro.
A little boot in the retro.
Boom. No Kassoons yet, but there is going to be a Kwam here.
A what?
So Dr. Light goes back in, or wait, Arthur's in trying to steal these things, but then Dr. Light interrupts the theft and he's chasing him. He's getting Kwammed. Things aren't going good for Arthur.
No.
He gets pushed back. His hard light beams are coming at him, and then Jacob realizes his friend is the one trying to steal, and he lets him get away through a giant tube of light past the police officers. And then the news is like, this costume intruder delayed security officers for several minutes with his advanced weaponry. They vanished in what was described as a burst of light. It is not clear whether this Dr. Light has been involved with the suspected recent corporate thefts from the Star location. So it's not looking so good.
No.
Arthur goes back and he's extremely paranoid. He gets a call from his friend Jacob, and then he's like, wait, Jacob's just trying to ambush me. He's trying to trick me. He's going to get me. He's like everybody else. Arthur seems rather paranoid.
Hey, they say stay paranoid, stay hungry.
Well, he just notes that he'd never realized Jacob is a cruel man. This is the same man, mind you, that let him go.
Yes.
When he found out it was his friend.
Stay humble.
And then we get another conversation with the mob boss, who, again, he's really clever. Do you think he has the superpower of face shading?
Maybe.
Because his henchman is there, but
yeah,
he's
never see the face of the mob boss guy.
Well, they basically tell him he's going to give them a progress report on this light technology and all the other technology that he's been holding out on. So Arthur goes back, and he's like, man, we've made quite a mess.
Yeah.
And he's going to go power up the machine so he can kill himself because he's sad. It is really sad. And then his friend Jacob happens to be down there, and he turns on the machine, and it accidentally turns on.
Yeah.
Or he turns it on. We're not sure.
I don't think he. I don't know if he.
It sizzle. Well, there's a sizzle on the control board, so that's not a good sign.
I think it just goes on by itself.
And it zaps Jacob, and he is gone, and he turns into a light ghost.
Light ghost. Dang.
So not too great. Then Jacob's very sad. They have to do an investigation, and then the ghost appears. They're chatting. And Arthur's like, it was you. You were the treacherous one. I knew I was guilty of the thefts, but you decided to toy with me. And he's like, Arthur, you misjudged me. By the way, we get an advertisement for the gigantic New York convention
Oh my.
on January 7th and 8th of 1989.
Man, that'd have been a good one
That
to
would have
go to.
been awesome. We
Heck
also
yeah.
get an advertisement for the Suicide Squad.
You know,
I'm not even going to ask you to try to name everybody in this.
I'm not,
that
but I'm going to tell you one thing. Okay, so going back to this date, and they also say there was a convention in New Haven, Connecticut. I went to that one.
in 1989.
Yes, when I was still in Connecticut.
Wow,
My
that's
Uncle
impressive.
Bob took me. I thought it was pretty
That
cool.
that is amazing.
Yes.
The Park Plaza Hotel on 155 Temple Street.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well, we get some Suicide Squad. I see Dr. Light is in the Suicide Squad. That's interesting.
Wow.
I recognize some of these folks. Punch and Julie,
Yeah.
Bronze Tiger, Vixen, Shade the Changing Man,
Hey.
Count Vertigo, Captain Boomerang. I don't know who the really tall person is back there, and I don't know who that first guy. I think this is the guy from the Super Friends. Is that
Interesting.
Dr. Mist?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I have no idea who the really tall woman
Listeners,
is.
let us know if you know.
I should know. I should know.
Give
10
us your
reasons to buy the book
knowledge.
in 1989, it says.
Okay.
Except it's a Suicide Squad, so that would imply that they would all make it through 1989. And since it's a Suicide Squad, we know they're not going to all make
Not
it
all
through.
of them.
Well, Jacob continues to chase down Arthur as they go through the city. And Arthur runs in. He gets home. He escapes, but then he opens his door, and the big guy that enforces for the mob is there.
No.
He's got to be what, 7'2"?
He's a big guy. Yeah. I mean,
It's the top of the door frame.
yeah, it's pretty tall.
So 6'10", maybe.
Yeah.
He's a tall man. And he's like, Mr. B didn't like the way you spoke to him this evening. Mr. B is getting impatient. Mr. B wants results.
Oh.
Like, Erp. So he
Mr.
goes back
B.
to the lab. He turns on the light power. Head of security's back. He's there. He's like, oh no, what happened? And then here comes Jacob again. He's like, but on the other hand, your force shield won't stop me either. So you guessed the secrets of my costume identity are hidden in this lab, but you won't find them. Jacob, stay away. You're not real. He says, reality is a funny thing. And you might think that these two jackals are real. He's pointing at the bad guys, but they're not. And he melts their car. That's not so good.
No.
And then he touches Arthur, and he's chasing him. And then the console pops open, and there is the Dr. Light costume in the console that malfunctioned.
Oh, man. Do you think the costume set off the malfunction?
I don't know,
His
but Arthur
costume
pulls
killed
out
him.
the gauntlet, and he zaps him, and it cuts the ghost in half.
How'd it
And
go?
he's like, I'll kill you, Jacob, again.
Oh, man.
And Jacob's screaming, He's like, Ghost can't stand the light. Is that it? We get an advertisement for a whole bunch of things.
Yes.
Including, you pay too much for your new comic books. Rock and Roll Comics can save you 30% on all new comics through our new subscription service.
I wonder if they're still around.
I don't know.
I want that. That sounds pretty rock and roll.
And then we get an advertisement for the new Huntress series because we can't have the old Huntress.
Gotta have the new Huntress.
You have to have the new Huntress.
Yes.
Because the old Huntress, you can't have Batman's daughter if there's no Golden Age Batman anymore.
No
You can't have
Batman,
Golden
no
Age
daughter.
Batman daughter. So we have to have a different Huntress. And then we continue the fight with Dr. Light and Jacob. And he basically puts down the ghost, and the ghost goes away. So it began the career, the less than illustrious career shrouded in false bravado. You assaulted, and this is the Jacob yelling at him. You assaulted one Justice Leaguer after another, but you do it because you're scared. You do everything because you're scared. This is not such a good career for Mr. Light.
No, it's bad. Mr. Light.
Maybe if I could get to the page here, my pages are stuck. This is what happens in real time when you're reading an actual
Yeah.
comic book.
Old comics.
Actually,
they.
And then he says, well, I've talked the night away. No matter, there will be other occasions for revenge. Besides, I'll be watching you bumbling away. Basically, not so great. He had a bad time.
Yeah.
He just makes fun of him. And then the neighbor says, listening in, and goes, tisk tisk, he's talking to himself. And the neighbor says, well, there's a fella who wonders why he can't whoop Superman. Poor beggar's afraid of his own shadow. And that's what we learn about one Mr. Arthur Light.
Wow.
And we get a letters page from Secret Admirers. What a great name for...
Yeah.
And it tells us
like
the origin of the secrets behind the origins of Legion of Substitute Heroes. And it mentions that they showed up in Adventure Comics 306, which I have a couple of copies of if you'd like one. The subs quickly became an important element of the Legion of Superheroes mythos, though their parent group was unaware of their existence until Adventure Comics 315. And did you know they had a superhero contest? I could have told you all of this without reading this. They had a superhero contest to see who would get into the Legion, and Stone Boy was the winner.
What?
And then he said, no, I'd really like to stay with my friends, the Legion of Substitute Heroes, so he didn't join.
That's solid. He's a rock solid guy.
Yeah, Starboy got kicked out of the Legion of Superheroes for killing in self-defense.
Did he join the
Dream
Legion?
Girl also had not joined the Legion yet because she left after making her first appearance. So they joined the Legion of Substitute Heroes temporarily.
They should have stayed. So much better. Better people. Better powers.
Their next appearance was when Starboy and Dream Girl returned to the Legion, leaving the subs. And they didn't appear again until DC Comics Presents number 59 in July of 1983.
Wow.
And that's, of course, the Keith Giffen era of the Goofy Legion of Substitute Heroes.
Mm-hmm. The fun times. Good stuff.
And then eventually, they add some other Legion rejects, as you remember, like Antenna Lad, Doubleheader, Infectious Lass, Porcupine Pete, and Color Kid, who for some reason isn't mentioned here.
Good folks.
And it's awe-inspiring. We saw them fight Pulsar Stargrave. And then eventually, Polar Boy joins Legion of Superheroes.
They finally allow him?
Yep. And the Legion of Substitute Heroes disbands. And I believe this happened before this, but in an annual story, they created a new Legion of Substitute Heroes out of some former Legionnaires like Bouncy Boy. And like Karate Kid Part 2 and number 2.
The rebirth.
So, but yeah. And then Dr. Light, it gives a little history here. It mentions that he basically appeared in Justice League of America number 12 in 1962. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And he then fought the Atom, and then he fought the Green Lantern, and then he fought the Flash and Aquaman and Superman and Batman, and then the Teen Titans and the Little Blue Boys. He didn't
fights
do so well.
Everybody and loses immensely.
Yeah, and it looks like next issue we get Origin of Green Arrows.
Oh, wow, okay.
And most importantly, the whole reason we read this book, which is not true, but there's an advertisement because we're after the invasion, which it is referenced in that alien book, and we get an advertisement for Legion 89. And you remember those guys.
I do. I like those guys. We should read more of them.
More Garen Beck, your favorite?
Yeah.
You love that haircut.
I do. It's so good.
He's like the saddest guy. And then, finally, the best Nintendo game of all time on the back. WWF WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. It's so... I can put out... One copy of that and a copy of Pro Wrestling, and Pro Wrestling stays on the shelf for months.
And what is the better game, Greg?
Pro Wrestling?
Yeah, by a lot
Yeah.
as far as gameplay is concerned.
Yeah. It's that people just love that WWF, and they can play the characters they know. But pro wrestling is much more fun.
Well, that's it. This was the secret origin of the Legion of Substitute Heroes and of Dr. Light. And when you need a hero,
Yeah.
you don't have to call on the substitute heroes.
No, that's right. You can just look up Wing C.
You could.
I'm just joking.
You could do that. I was thinking maybe you should contact one jiu-jitsu lawyer, Paul.
Oh, yeah, that's who I would call. I would call Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul.
If you needed a hero. Not only can he out-grapple your opponents in the courtroom or on the mat, but he can help you with employment law and all sorts of other issues. Now, I'm going to let you know, Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul, not good if you're an insurance company. He doesn't want your business.
No.
But if you are suing an insurance company,
Yeah.
or an employer because they did something wrong to you,
Uh-huh.
you could call 253-656-4475.
That's the number you should call.
That's who you should call. Get a consultation. Find out if there is really something going on. Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul will be honest with you, and then he'll use his skills to defend you. And remember, if it gets real bad, your lights go off, and
Yes.
he can get them back on.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know that that's true.
I mean,
I'm also not
maybe.
sure why the light went off over here.
the wind is horrendous here in the Northwest today.
Maybe
when
that's
we're
what's
recording.
happening here. Yeah.
I
I had to put the umbrella down on my table in the backyard
yeah,
and blow away.
This is, I mean, it is some really crazy wind. And Dan and I live relatively far apart, but working in for me today, working in the Seattle area and watching trees just get whipped back and forth, and then coming home and seeing power outages all the way. And I thought for sure there was no way I was going to be able to record.
Well,
But
we both
alas,
live in equally bad wind areas because I live
Yes.
right by the water and Greg lives on a hill.
Yes, I live on
So
the
valley,
top of the
not as
valley.
bad, but you get hit, I get
Yeah.
hit.
Oh, yeah.
In between, doesn't get hit.
Yeah, fences go down all the time. Power lines go down all the time. One year, it got so bad that it broke the power, the pole that holds the power lines, and there was
Wow.
live lines down all over the place. And my neighbors, so smart they are, decided to go out and take a look and take pictures.
That seems very intelligent. I bet what you did then was head down to the Retro Emporium in downtown Kent, where the
Of
power
course.
lines weren't down.
Yeah.
And you could relive your childhood.
That's true. I do, and I did.
So Kent, Retro Emporium, Meeker Street, Kent, Washington. Go there,
Go there.
or you'll be sad.
You will be sad because you get to miss out on the amazing Anne and all the fun stuff that she's put out there for the month, this new month. You'll have to just check it out. Check out the Instagram, check out the Facebook, and see what kind of cool stuff is in the front window.
And of course,
Yeah.
there's a Kickstarter that's going to launch.
Are you serious? It hasn't
All you have
launched
to
yet?
No, we're going to give you a link. No, it has not launched. We're going to give you a link, though, and if you click
I would
that
have
link,
thought
it
by
will
now it would have
notify you.
launched.
Are you sure? Well, it's going to notify you when it launches.
Okay.
Do you know what this Kickstarter is about? It's a comic book
Okay.
based on a movie.
Yeah.
Yes. You
A
know what
comic
it's called?
book based on a movie? I love those kinds of books.
Yeah, it's not based on a movie. It's extending a movie, actually. It continues the story.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There's a lot. It's like a story, and then it continues. There's a story and a story, but then some stories don't count, but it continues one of the stories, and then it might continue part of the story. And when you have things that don't count but do count and may be part of each other, a good title for that.
What's
You've heard
that?
of it? It's a fantastic title, this Kickstarter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me.
It's called Alex's League of Substitute Cyborgs.
Oh my. Get the hell out of here, Dan.
Yeah.
That is a book that I want to read.
Oh
I am
yeah,
so
Alex's
excited.
League of Substitute Cyborgs. It's
Yes.
fantastic. We'll give you the link. It's all about cyborgs and how they substitute for other cyborgs when times are trouble and
When other
really
cyborgs are
help each
out
other out.
because they need sick pay or they're on a leave of absence or something like
They
that.
might be on a leave of absence. They might
Yeah.
be on another planet fighting
Oh,
monsters while you're fighting monsters on Earth. Who knows? But Alex's League of Substitute Cyborgs, fantastic. It's going to be a great story. We'll give you a link there. You
here's the
can click
question.
on it, and then it'll tell you when that Kickstarter is launching. Alex's League by Travis Webb.
I've got a question, and maybe I don't know
Yes.
if you could answer this about this or not. I mean, maybe Travis can answer this. So people send your message to Travis as well. But
Yeah.
is this League of Substitute Cyborgs? Is this
Alex's
something?
League of
No,
Substitute Cyborgs.
no. That's the point. Is Alex the proprietor of the League of Substitute Cyborgs, in which he is like, it's like a work for hire type thing? Like they come to Alex and he sends them out on jobs, or is Alex also part of the league? I don't know. Can you
Well,
tell
I
me?
see Alex as being both. I believe that he is the
The owner and
polar
operator.
boy. He's
So
the polar boy. No, he's the
oh,
polar boy of the
oh,
group, the
okay,
inspirer, the leader.
yeah,
The other cyborgs might be more like Chlorophyll Kid.
okay, fair. I thought he was like, I'm not only a member, I'm not only the president, I'm a member.
I'm a client.
I'm a client. Oh, God, I'm a client. See, okay, I messed it up.
Look, the
Sorry,
bald
everybody.
guy has cares more about the commercials than you do. I can get those right. Cy Sperling. So yes, we just want to put that on your radar. So very
Dang.
important stuff coming up.
Yes.
Greg and Mike are going to have an announcement soon.
Soon, yeah. And then, I mean, who knows?
There is a book.
Uh,
Well, we can announce something right now.
yeah, announce it. Well, not the Mike
Not
and
the
I.
book happening.
Yeah,
No, we can announce it. It's fair. It's yours, right?
not yet.
It's not.
I have to talk to Paul.
It will be when this episode comes out, though,
Let's
in the future.
knock on wood.
Okay. Well, we can't tell you yet. However,
Yes.
if you know of Greg Smith, esteemed children's author
Hello,
and
everyone.
podcast host,
That's me.
and Michael Tanner, esteemed children's author and also author of Orcs in Space,
Works in space,
among other things.
among other things. Yes.
They had a pretty famous graphic novel series that has 2 graphic novels
And a role-playing game. Everyone
and a
forgets
role-playing
the
game.
role-playing game.
And I don't forget I have the
I
role-playing
know.
game. You know, it's based on the kids on bikes or
Yeah.
bikes and kids model.
It is. Well, and I got to work with
See,
the kids
I
on
know
bikes.
all about it. I got it perfectly right.
Created in part by Gremlin Legions.
Rated T for teen. No,
It is for teens.
well. Anyway, yes. If you know what we're talking about,
Yes.
Greg may have a very exciting announcement.
It's this summer. I will tell you, as the summer rolls on, things will be said, excitement will happen, and we'll be happy.
And I'm excited because somebody left me on a cliffhanger for 5 years.
You know, the sad thing
Longer
is
than 5 years.
It's all there. It's 75% done.
Somebody won't let me read the story. You know, Travis
won't.
lets me read scripts, but Greg won't let me read scripts.
You know, you're not the only one, Dan. Even Anne doesn't get to read them.
Ooh.
I know. She's so mad. And then she reads the book, and I'm like, would you want to just read the script, or would you want to read the whole thing with
Yes.
everything? You want to read the whole thing with everything.
I want to read all of it. I want unlimited. As an esteemed member of the media, I should be given access to these things.
Unlimited access. With ultimate power comes ultimate responsibility, Dan, and I don't think you're ready for it yet.
I do have the ultimate power. Anyway, that's it. That's all we have for today. We're going to go now. And yeah, we're leaving.
Yes.
We're saying goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Next week, we're going
Yeah.
to cover.
What was that? A shrug of what? I mean, you don't
I
even
don't know.
know. We're going to keep it a secret. You listeners won't know until we know. And
Well,
when we
we're
know,
coming
we'll
up.
let
We're
you
coming
know.
close to our 200th episode, so
Oh my
I don't know.
goodness.
It could be
200
anything.
episodes? If you've been with us for 200 episodes, please say something in the comments. Send us a
Nah, I'm not going to listen to any comments about the 200th episode. I'm going to plan that myself.
not about the 200th episode. I want to know about the listeners who have been with us through multiple.
Oh, well, yeah, I'd love some
multiple
stories.
episodes.
Stories are
Yeah.
great. Stories are
Yeah.
great for the 200th episode.
Tell us
However-
how you listen to us, where you listen to us, when you listen to us, and why you keep listening. Because gosh darn it, I will ask myself why I keep listening. Because yes, I listen to the podcast because I want to know how many times was I right and how many times was Dan not.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just joking.
that's
Dan is
probably
right.
a lot.
Like Dan is
Probably a lot.
a ton of
Since
times.
Greg can't even remember that Roy Thomas wrote the Avengers, but
Who?
Danny Chase.
Oh yeah, Danny Chase. Yeah, Danny Chase.
Anyway, we're out of here. But we will have an announcement for episode 200 soon. So
yeah, maybe there'll be
we
another
will-
announcement with 200.
we will hopefully be having a special guest, and we're going to find out
We'll find out.
next week.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
In other words, if I announce that we have a special guest, you'll know.
You'll know.
And if I don't, you won't know.
We'll still have a special guest. It just will be a different special guest. It's like
All
when
right.
you got hamburgers at home, but you want McDonald's.
Yeah, we have a couple in mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful week.